original Railway Children was set in 1905. It tells the story of the Waterbury family who are displaced from their home and go to live in Oakworth. One of the central characters, the lead in the original film, Bobbie Waterbury, was played by Jenny Agutter.
I think that Lionel Jeffries really captured Nesbitt's story of innocence, of wishing to hang on to the imagination, of creating something with a family, of wanting father to come back. You have that story of these children's adventures, but the ultimate thing is to bring this family back together again.
We're now 39 years on. In July 1944, when the American Army was stationed in Britain, and there were the last set of evacuations.
Look after them, eh?
3 siblings from Manchester. They moved out to Oakworth.
They have to be separated from their father. It's a very uncertain and scary time for them.
Bobbie has settled in Oakworth after she went there as a child.
Bobbie, her daughter Annie, and grandson Thomas are one of the families that go to look after the evacuee children. They settle into the life and then they have an encounter.
They find an American soldier who is in a vulnerable time.
Hamid, I keep her.
He signed up to fight and he's at a US Army base in Yorkshire.
How are you even in the army?
He's a kid that's experienced a lot for his age, and there's a lot that he's going through. It's a big part in the movie that I think that everyone will be on the edge of their seat.
In the original story, when they look after the Russian dissident, that was kind of the inspiration for the Abe story.
The echo of Bobbie being taken from her home in the first film and coming to this Yorkshire town, and then what happens with the evacuees, there's a parallel there, albeit under different circumstances. When she looks at them getting off the train, it's like, you know, I want to help these kids.
Do you remember arriving here?
Like it was yesterday.
To be there when Jenny Agutter walked on set, it was really powerful, actually. It was really special.
When she was on set, she was constantly talking about the station and how it brought back so many memories.
Seeing her at Oakworth, it was mind-blowing, it was magical.
Roberta's there because it supports the idea that there is a continuity with that original story.
We thought about that character a great deal, about who she was now, what she'd done in the intervening years.
Jenny was kind of really involved in those sort of conversations, and it was incredibly important to her that we'd thought through those connections.
I couldn't do it without feeling that that person had grown up, that Bobbie did grow through that First World War and that Second World War, and saw all those changes that happened.
I saw her as an activist, so we decided that she would have been a suffragette, she would have been part of that movement, and I think Jenny was pleased with that.
Churchill is undoubtedly a great man, but I wish he'd been a little bit more supportive to us suffragettes.
What's a suffragette?
They fought to get women the vote. Your grandma was one.
In the original film and in Edith's original novel, the thing that's extraordinary is how contemporary the women are. Bobbie and her mum, they're just so worldly. They're so beyond the period of time that the book was written.
You're able to see changes historically to women. Lily is, in many ways, the Roberta, but she's in the 40s, and the options for her are quite different than Bobbie's.
She's very headstrong. She stands up for what she believes in.
You can see that she's possibly going to be a feminist as she grows up, and that, to me, is good fun.
Felt that Jenny's really drawing on her own experience, having been in those situations when she was 16.
You'll see lots of references to the original film. In the original, Jenny was like, "Daddy, oh my daddy."
Daddy, my daddy!
When I say it, I'm saying goodbye to my dad.
Daddy!
And I'm in tears.
My character, Richard Perks, is the grandson of Albert Perks, Bernard Cribben's original character from the original 1970 movie. There's a line from that character to yours. What I've taken from Bernard's character is that sense of pedantry and a very firm belief that what he's doing is important work.
Nobody knows I'm doing this. Listening.
Listening?
The idea was to make it clear that we were in honour of the original.
The production was really interested in using the locations from the original.
I look around and think, oh, that was in there. Oh, that was the tunnel. Oh, I'm seeing it all come together.
What was lovely about it coming back is to look at the possibilities of what happens when time does go on.
People talk about having a VHS at home and playing it over and over until it wore out. The original film, they have a real connection to it.
I really wanted to capture the social awareness of the original, the depth of emotion and the humour.
Those people who know the Railway Children will look at this new film and see that new adventure and the different magic that's there.
People could come to the cinema having not seen the original and still enjoy this.
The first film was lovely, and I was absolutely thrilled to be in its sequel.
With everything that's going on in the world, this is what we need, and it's got a real message of hope and love, and I just think it's the perfect film for people to go and see right now.